Hey, Steve Backlund here. Welcome to the Igniting Hope Beliefs Gym, where we're working out our beliefs. Nobody wants flabby beliefs. And the message today is going to be really a powerful one, the Charlie Kirk effect. I'm going to share 5 things that are really impacting me. There's many more things that could be said than the 5 I'm going to mention. But before we get into that, let's just work out our beliefs about the people in our life, because we've got beliefs about God. We've got beliefs about people in our life. We have beliefs about ourselves. We have beliefs about circumstances. We have beliefs about the decisions that we're making or have made. And it's this people one. And, can these bones live? Hope is the belief that the future will be better than the present, and we have the power to help make it so. And just believing in people is one of the biggest things that we do, seeing people according to their potential, not according to their past. And certainly this doesn't mean that just because we believe in people that we just let people with dysfunction into our lives, or just in the name of that, we use it as an excuse to just tolerate abuse and things like that, or we're just codependent upon people. But here's the point. Great influencers have great beliefs about the people in their life. They continue to choose people again. They move past disappointment, moving past withdrawing our heart from people who disappoint us or that we hear negative information about. And leadership, our hope piece, our hope level determines our influence level. He has the most hope, has the most influence. And so we believe that people in our life have a good future. That's what hope is. And so even right now, just thinking about the people, the most important people is people in our home, where we don't just get lazy. No, we choose again. We're bringing ourselves fully. The most important people we prophesy to are the people who are closest to us. Oh, I could go off on that, but let's work it out. Let's be strong. The people who are in our life on a regular basis that we see regularly, those are the ones that we prophesy to, we encourage. There's a lot there. My book, Culture of Empowerment, How to Champion People, really takes a deep dive on that. I've got a regular version, wrote it with my brother, Dr. Phil Backlund, and a business and organizational version that kind of taken the Christianese out, but the same principles. So good. Hey, let's get into this, the Charlie Kirk effect. And there's just, watching the memorial service for him last Sunday, as I'm recording this here, September 2025. What a powerful thing of worship and confessions of love for Jesus. Yes, I wish there were some things that were said in that service that weren't said, and just in a more a political way. But there was so much that was so good, so good. And Jesus was lifted up. And just his life has had such a major impact, his death and what it has spoken to us. We had a great prayer vigil here in Reading as well. I got to be a part of that. I had 3 minutes to speak on hope for America. And that was just an honor to be a part of Tom Crandall's ministry, One Hope for America, as Tom organized that. I highly recommend his ministry as well. Now, I've got the Charlie Kirk effect and how it's influenced, I believe, the Igniting Hope family, all of us. 5 things I want to mention. It impacts us to engage with people of different views, being unashamed of our faith, partnering with imperfect catalytic people, empowering youth and young adults, and being willing to pay a price. Those are the things that I want to highlight. So the Charlie Kirk effect is causing us to engage with people of different views. Now, this was one of his great qualities. Prove me wrong. He honored people. He did not bash people who had different views than him. He listened to people. And that effect, I believe, nationally it's going to permeate, and it's going to help the discourse. Some would say, well, I don't see it right now. I'm believing there's many, though, who are embracing that and who are going to be healers in our nation. And you're one of them, where you're engaging with people of different views. The book Prodigal God by Tim Keller talks about the story of the prodigal son, that both sons represent the right and the left, the conservative liberal mindset. The elder brother who stayed home is the conservative mindset. The prodigal is a liberal mindset, wanting freedom, and the older brother wants to preserve. And there's some good qualities of both. Oh, yes. Yes, they are. And we seek first to understand before we seek to be understood. That's a healthy relationship quality that's growing in all of us. Number two, we're being unashamed. He was being unashamed of his faith. And that's growing. There's just so many who are more vocal, more expressive. We saw it at the service. We see it through athletes. We see it in young people. We see it in the church, where there's a growing being unashamed of our faith. And that's happening to you. I just prophesy into your life right now. There's an increase in your life of just standing up for the Lord. It may look different for you than it looked for Charlie, but there's going to be even a greater speaking up for Jesus that is going to happen in our lives. It's the Charlie Kirk effect. Number three, the Charlie Kirk effect is we'll be partnering with imperfect catalytic people. Now, that's something he did. And he was instrumental in Donald Trump getting elected. Some say he made the difference. Now, he partners with people. Donald Trump certainly has his faults. Some say that's all they focus on. I don't just focus on just faults. I wish he was more honoring to people. Yes, but it's like, well, if someone tried to kill me and just ruin me, yeah, I might. I seek to understand. But yes, he says things that I wish he wouldn't say. But the thing about Charlie Kirk, even though he's got some different core values, is that he understood that he could partner with an imperfect leader to accomplish some good things. And this is what's happening to us. The Charlie Kirk effect is helping us partner with people who are different than us. Leaders. That's what Daniel did. Daniel in the Old Testament was with ungodly kings, and he partnered with them, and he was able to relate to them and was able to bring a shift. And that's happening to you. Whether it's your boss, whether it's a governmental leader, maybe it's somebody even in your family, maybe it's a big influencer in other realms. The Charlie Kirk effect is causing us to find ways to partner with people who are accomplishing good things, but yet still have some big rough edges. Number four, the Charlie Kirk effect is empowering youth and young adults. Empowering youth and young adults. There's an empowerment of youth and young adults. He was a young man, started at age 18, died at 31. He accomplished so much in his 20s. He's a testimony. It's happening. It's going to increase right now. That there's young adults, teenagers in the 20s, early 30s, who are going to make a significant difference. They're all around us. Some of you are in that age group right now. The Charlie Kirk effect is going to cause people, men and women in that age, to be great influencers for good. And then the last thing, the Charlie Kirk effect is causing a willingness. We're being willing to pay a price. And he paid a price with his life. You hearing the stories about his travel, his getting up early, his staying up late. There's a grace on us right now to pay a price, to not have comfort as our prime goal. It can't be. Certainly we rest. Certainly we take care of ourselves. But this is not a time for us just to seek comfort. This is a time where there's grace on us to pay a price. We're going to find an energy in this season that's going to be incredible. The Charlie Kirk effect is there's an engaging with people of different views. There's a being unashamed of our faith. There's a partnering with imperfect catalytic people. There's an empowering of youth and young adults, and there's a being willing to pay a price. All of that is happening. It's happening right now in America. It's happening in your nation. It's happening in Canada. I was just there. Love the Canadians. It is happening. And you and I are a part of that. Wow, what a privilege to be able to share this message with you today. And we just pray for his wife, his children. We pray for Turning Point and all other ministries and organizations like that, Igniting Hope. We are moving into a new season of influence. What you're doing is moving into a new season of influence. The Lord is opening your eyes to what he's doing. There's a grace that's on you in your leadership to lead well, to lead at a new level, to possess ground. There's courage on you. There's evangelism on you. There's favor on you. There's tenacity that's growing. Woo-hoo. It's happening. Yes. Wow. Thanks so much, for listening to the podcast. We got some great things coming up in the Igniting Hope world in October. Wendy Backlund and there's the Igniting Hope women's team here, which is so good. And they are doing a 2-day online women's conference in October. You can go to ignitinghopeacademy.com and find out about that, how you can be a part. There's something really on Wendy right now, something on her. It's freeing. It's revelatory. It's just bringing us out of religious boxes. If you can't afford it, let us know what you can do if you want to be a part of it at info@ignitinghope.com. Angela and our team, she will serve you well. And then I'm starting a 4-week online course, Igniting the Prophetic in You, also starting in October. And I love prophetic ministry. I do it a lot here on the podcast. It's so, so important. And this season, God's just really bringing the prophetic ministry into a greater healthy state and more effective state, more powerful. And I love teaching on it. It'll be 4 weeks. There's going to be live sessions. Most of it's done at your own convenience. We have some live Zoom sessions. There will be prophetic ministry as well. IgnitingHopeAcademy.com. Same thing. If you can't afford it, let us know what you can do. Love for you to be a part of that. And then Jason and Emily Newstater are They're doing a encounter weekend here in Reading. That's in November. We have our team members, Josh and Karina Greger. They've got some coaching that's available as well. And so any of these are Igniting Hope belief trainers. We got a lot going on. If you want to find out, you can't find it, info@ignitinghope.com. And that's going to be happening. I will be traveling to Guadalajara, Mexico. Wendy and I will be here in early October. We'll be in Rochester, Minnesota in October. Vancouver, British Columbia, also in October. Wow. And then Atlanta, Georgia, and be in Albany, Oregon in early December. Yep. All these are so good. And then after the first of the year, Caldwell, Idaho, Columbus, Powell, Ohio, Germany, and more. All right. Hey, thank you so much for being a part of this podcast. This is a good one today. And so we are here to ignite your hope. There's no hopeless circumstances. There's just people who do not have hope. And once people get true hope, circumstances cannot stay the same. God loves to partner with unreasonably optimistic people. Can you imagine David attacking Goliath today? Hey, David, before you attack Goliath, we're just looking on our phones here and we're reading what the experts are saying. The experts are saying you're being unreasonably optimistic and you shouldn't have such high beliefs. They're saying you should go back to the fields and with those few sheep and make it your life goal just to be able to pay your bills every month, because what's going to actually happen is you're going to get killed. Let's just laugh at that. Ha, ha, ha. Hey, Ezekiel, before you prophesy to those dry bones, we just want to let you know what the experts are saying. The experts are saying you must not know how dry those bones really are. They're saying you should do a deeper study on the bones' dryness so you'll become more realistic. Because the experts are saying when you speak to the bones, nothing is going to happen. Ha ha. God hasn't called us to be realistic. He's called us to be supernatural. Things are hopeless unless we factor in the supernatural. And here's what's so powerful. Increasing hope is the evidence we're renewing our mind with truth instead of lies. Decreasing hope is the evidence we're renewing our mind with lies instead of truth. Our hope level is the indicator of whether we're renewing our mind with truth or lies. We're believing truth or believing lies. Now, what happens is that we get to set a new temperature in our environment, in ourself, and in our environment. We're called to be thermostats, not thermometers. I used to be just a thermometer in my thinking and talking. I just say, hey, we're tired. Everybody's tired. We're poor. This area is hard for the gospel. Nobody around here wants to get saved. Things are only going to get worse. We are in a place of division and disunity. That's. And I would say every time I move forward in God, I get attacked by the devil. The Lord called me on that one. He says, how come you say every time you move forward in me, you get attacked by the devil? So, well, Lord, the reason I say every time I move forward in you, I get attacked by the devil is because every time I move forward in you, I get attacked by the devil. That's why I say it. He said, it's true for you, but it's not truth. Because all you're being is just, you're being a thermostat. You're just, he says, I haven't given you words just to, in your thoughts to describe your life. We're to use our words to change our life. And that's why we focus so much on hope and speaking life and setting a new temperature, because we're a thermostat. And even in the natural, when you set a new temperature with your words and your thoughts and your intentionality in renewing your mind with what God is saying rather than what our feelings and experiences are saying, the temperature doesn't, even in the natural, it doesn't change immediately. But we set it by faith. And you're setting, even in this Igniting Hope Belief Gym, you're setting a new temperature for your life. And our feelings and experience will catch up to our beliefs, and the gap time is called faith. I'm a powerful person having a non-powerful experience. I'm a great husband having a non-great husband experience, but I am a great husband. And even I go back to that example. He said, "How come?" The Lord says, "How come you talk more about the attack of the devil than my protection?" I said, "Well, if I saw more of your protection, I'd talk about it more." He says, "Well, I want you to set a new temperature that you're the protected one." And even in that, I'm a protected person having an attacked experience. But I am the protected one. And that experience will catch up to the beliefs. And that's why again, this whole hope thing, what we do at Igniting Hope, we focus on beliefs. What we believe is more important than what we do. What we do is important, but it's not as important as what we believe. Because transformation doesn't come from trying harder, it comes from believing higher. If we're going to experience something different, we need to believe something different. If we're going to believe something different, or let's put it this way, if we're going to experience something higher, we need to believe something higher. And if we're going to believe something higher, we need to hear something higher than what we're feeling and experiencing. That's why words are so important. That's why listening to these podcasts are so important, because you're going to hear something higher than what you're feeling and experiencing. Oh, I'm getting fired up. I'm on a rampage there. And then the joy of the Lord is our strength. And I won't take as much time as I normally do on that, but it's our strength. A merry heart is good like medicine. There's no convenient season to be radically joyful. Pretty much for everybody listening, this is not a good season to be radically joyful. There's stress, there's frustrations that you're tempted to overcome you. Maybe they have, they have sometimes in my life. But I celebrate progress. I don't say constantly euphoric. I just want to make my low places higher and not stay as long. I celebrate that. It's the key to joy. I don't go as low as I used to, and I don't stay as long. Woohoo! Yes! That's so exciting. Hey, thank you so much for being a part of the Igniting Hope family. If you're new to us, go to ignitinghope.com. You can find many free resources, or if you haven't done that for a while, we got a new website a while back. It's really fantastic. Got declarations there, and you can sign up for our newsletter, where the blog that comes out every Monday. In that newsletter, through our Igniting Hope newsletter, it's almost always it's the blog of this podcast in written form. You can find the written form of previous podcasts for the last year or two on our website as well. Thank you so much if you're a vision partner for sowing into Igniting Hope. It means so much. And yeah, we just bless you. We speak blessing over you as the Igniting Hope family. It's going to be the best season of your life yet coming. All right. God bless.